Hey everybody, today for my vlog video I will be reviewing the movie High School Musical 3 Senior Year, and I will say if I thought it was the best in the trilogy or the worst in the trilogy. Now before I get started, quick shout outs to Thebestingredient, Sabbathsinger, and DXman50. They all left nice comments on my videos, and DXman50 I found out also goes to my school. His name is Chris, and so check these people out, add them as friends, and subscribe and everything. Now back to High School Musical 3. High School Musical 3 is basically, like I said, the third film in the High School Musical trilogy, and I actually think it's the best out of all of them. And it's basically about Troy Bolton, played by Zac Efron, and Gabriella, played by Vanessa Hudgens. What are you doing? I don't know. Ignore my sister, please. She's kind of gone psycho. And yes, but she always does. Alright. It's about them and their friends, their last year, senior year. And so it's basically them reflecting like their experiences and their hopes and like what they want and not want to happen in the future. And so basically, there's a little subplot there that involves a spring musical, and on the audition day of the musical, the drama teacher, Mrs. Darvis, played by Allison Reed, comes up and says to everyone who got into Juilliard for this music school, and Sharpay, played by Ashley Tisdale, of course got in it. If anyone who has seen the musical, the first two movies, but then she says Troy Bolton, and it's ironic because Troy didn't even apply. He doesn't really want to go. He's been planning to go to University of Albuquerque. That's what he and his dad planned it his whole life. And also this time around we have a new girl, Tiara Gold, who is Sharpay's new like best friend, and she's played by played by Gemma Mackenzie Brown, who after this movie I can't really picture her in any movies other than these kinds of, like the kind of girl who's in the clique who like flips her hair and like, oh no you didn't, like that kind of stuff. I could probably picture her in a few of those movies upcoming in the future. And another thing is Gabriella wants to go to Stanford, Sharpay and Tiara find out about this, and Sharpay goes to tell Troy that finds out that Gabriella can leave for Stanford early. And so Sharpay tells Troy about this, and she's like, well, she couldn't do it anyway because you're the one standing in the way to her dream. So they talk about her leaving her early for Stanford. And then later the next day he gets a call from Gabriella and says that it's too hard, I'm too used to being away from you and my friends and my family and stuff. So she basically is going to stay there on prom night. And I'm not going to tell you anymore because
it's so sweet!
Yeah, and I'll just skip to reviewing too, because that's basically the plot. And I almost wanted to tell you who applied Troy Bolton up for Juilliard, but I'm not going to tell you because I want you to get that feeling of like, you want to know, but then I don't, and then you're like, damn it, now I have to go see the movie. And so basically, like I said, it's the best one in the trilogy. I like the songs in it, the performances are great. Some people I didn't mention, Lucas Grabeel as Sharpay's fraternal twin brother. Chad, played by Corbin Bleu, which was actually one of your favorite celebrities at one point until Taylor Lautner came along.
Oh my god. If you haven't seen Twilight or New Moon, get your butts in gear and go see it. I haven't seen New Moon, but I need to.
He was a like because of Taylor Lautner's abs, so it's okay. Let's get back to this movie. And like I said, Monique Coleman as Gabriella's best friend, Taylor, and I like the script. There are some lines I like. There's one scene where Chad wants to ask Taylor to the prom, but
oh my god, that's so funny.
He's not really enthusiastic about it, so he tells everyone to be quiet and stands on top of a lunch table and asks, and says, "Will you go to prom with me?" And then she said yes.
No. They're like, oh, I didn't hear anything because he said it so low. And then Troy goes, excuse me, can I have it quiet in here? My friend Troy Susan. And so he stands on the table and he goes, Taylor McKessie, will you be my date? Blah, 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 blah.
And
it's so sweet.
And it's directed by Kenny Ortega, who made the first two movies, Cheer Girls 2. He did Hocus Pocus, which I didn't like at all. I
love Hocus Pocus.
Yes. My sister cried at the end of that. I don't know why. It didn't really get me in any way. But I didn't really care for Hocus Pocus, so. And he also directed. I think he was the choreographer I heard for Pretty in Pink from like the late 80s, which like that's pretty cool. But what I like about this movie also is that this so easily could have been a movie that was only for TV, because you know, yeah, the first two films, yes, they were for TV, and this so easily could have been that TV only movie, and it could have felt like that. But director Kenny Ortega, I think, has head in the right place, and he said, no, we're shooting a movie, we're going to release it in the theaters, so this is what it has to be. And I liked how they did that. And the choreographers, of course, did a really good job. And I also I found Kenny Ortega directed later. He directed Michael Jackson's "This Is It," and I never saw it, but I really want to see it. So it might be better than High School Musical 3, but I really don't know. So I would rate it 3.5 out of 4 stars. So now I want to know a couple things in the comment box. One, did you see? Oh, by the way, before I get to the extra comment box thing, I thought that they're going to do a sequel to this movie. It's going to be High School Musical 4 East Meets West, and it's going to be on TV. And guess what? I'll not be watching that night. High School Musical 4 East Meets West. Because I know from the start, I know they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it right. I know that. Because if you don't have the actors in it, it's going to be screwed up. So, like I said, okay, so back to the comment box tasks. 1, did you see High School Musical 3? 2, did you like High School? And 3, out of High School Musical 1, High School Musical 2, and this movie, what would you say is the best out of all of them? Like I said, I think number 3, but that's just me. And a bonus question. Like I said, that Kenny Ortega directed High School Musical, Michael Jackson's "This Is It." Rest in peace, Michael Jackson. And I also want bonus question. Leave some comments. What did you think of that movie, Michael Jackson's "This Is It"? Because I haven't seen it, but I really want to. But I just want to know what you thought of that movie. Well, I guess that's it. See you later. Bye.